Hello, me make game in Unreal Engine, you get the idea, so let's talk about the HUD. There's a concept of things being diegetic, which roughly means they exist in the world and aren't just for the player to see. For instance, the HUD in Metroid Prime is displayed on Samus's helmet. Sometimes you can even spot Samus's face reflecting in the visor. Most games opt in for having a non-diegetic HUD, which only serves the purpose of conveying information to the player. The HUD in that context is only a visual description of characters' senses. Some games reach a compromise between the two, by making a non-diegetic HUD with a setting-themed interface that keeps you immersed despite half the screen being just menus. Going back to Metroid Prime, I really love its HUD design. It really emphasizes the importance of your power armor. It doesn't let you forget that anything you do because the armor lets you do it. I feel like Half-Life is really missing that feeling of power that HUD suit gives, which is only conveyed through few lines of dialogue. That's why, from the beginning, I wanted the suit in my game to be the source of players' HUD, and here's a few details about how I went about it. Right now the crosshair is a white square, but that square is actually an image component, which can display textures on it. The intention is to have a unique crosshair for each weapon. It might seem unnecessary, but the crosshair is great for conveying weapons functionality. For instance, this crosshair implies large spread, shotgun or perhaps a rapid-fire machine gun. This one, on the other hand, is more precise, perhaps a sniper rifle. Custom crosshairs for each weapon isn't something I really need. There are plenty of games which have a universal crosshair for all guns. But in the context of the crosshair being a part of helmet's interface, it would make sense that different weapons require different aiming interfaces, and having them be unique just pushes this idea a little bit more. Oh, hello again, Grenade Bar, the topic of my first extra dev video. Remember when I was supposed to release low effort extra videos, and then went and put effort into them anyway? Instead of the grenade being its own separate weapon, this game has a dedicated grenade button, which can be used along with any other gun in your hands. My issue with Half-Life's grenades was that I never had a good opportunity to use them. When you notice an explodable group of enemies, you firstly have to scroll through weapons, select your grenade, watch the equip animation, throw it, then wait for it to explode. By the time the grenade exploded, the group scattered or you died. That's why SMG grenades were so viable. Right now we have a default Unreal Engine progress bar as our cooking indicator. But I want to make it into a little progress bar curving underneath the crosshair. It would keep it close to the center of action so that you don't blow yourself up accidentally by overcooking the grenade. My stance on the grenade bar hasn't changed. I have no clue whether being able to cook your grenades is a good idea or not. Before, pressing the grenade button would just throw the nade. But I thought of adding a grenade cooking option, which allows you to hold the grenade unpinned with the intention of having it explode sooner after the throw. It allows you to catch enemies off guard and perform mid-air explosions. But the whole system is a bit janky and there is currently no way to uncook the grenade, which I guess is realistic, but... Of course both things can be fixed and tweaked, but the amount of effort it would take per its utility is questionable. Currently the feature just waits in this half-finished state until we can get some playtests going. If you ever played Doom, you might have spotted the text in the top left appearing whenever you pick up an item or activate cheats. It might have been more useful back in 1993, when the screen resolution could be counted on fingers. But the idea of it persists. You still get a notification when you pick up ammo or health, and Half-Life's HUD suit still talks to you to inform you of important events.
Warning, hazardous chemical detected.
Although in a different form, the idea of the log lives on. And since the whole HUD is supposed to be Helmet's interface, why shouldn't it have a console-like log of events? And so, from the very beginning of the project I knew I wanted to have functionality for a log just like that. Its functionality is quite simple. There's a box attached to the left top side of the screen, and every time you interact with something that has a message attached to it, it will be created and added to the box. A timer will be added to it so that the message disappears after the time has passed. The more important the information, the longer it will stay on screen. For the sake of readability, some text is colored differently, which honestly might be more hassle than it's worth since Unreal rich text tools are antiquated. So I can't promise the colored text will stay as it does now. Outside of the useful information, the infolog is also a source of immersion. Since the infolog is diegetic, it also contains information that's not entirely gameplay critical. So far in the game you can see that picking up a new weapon will trigger indexing of it, implying the suit's system keeps track of your weapons and ammo for you. Living or not, the helmet is still attached to your noggin. Outside of the simplistic ragdoll system that sends your head flying after death, your demise is also represented on the HUD. Although the death system is still being worked on, one of the ideas I have is having a random chance that your helmet visor could crack. I could also add death messages to damage inputs, so you get an accurate description of what caused your demise, similar to what you could see in Doom. As always, there are some things I omitted. I didn't even mention the ammo counter, but I wanted to just focus on HUD as part of the game's world and not necessarily its functionality. I might actually cover it in a YouTube short instead, since I've been thinking of putting more effort into production of vertical videos. But until then, give me a second. Cheerio!